Good morning, students. Now, in the previous class, we had studied where Aram and Murad, both of them, they were very fond of horse riding, and Murad had come with a horse. Initially, Aram was not able to believe his eyes that Murad could be riding a horse. The reasons we have already studied, that they were belonging to a very poor family, they couldn't afford to buy the horse, and he couldn't even believe that he had stolen the horse. So what he says, it wouldn't become stealing until we offered to sell the horse, which of course I never knew we would never do. तो उसने अब अपनी थ्योरी बनाई, जैसे बच्चों में होता है ना, अपनी बात को सही ठहराने के लिए वो कहता है कि ठीक है, हमने घोड़ा लिया है, हमने तो सिर्फ उसकी राइडिंग के लिए लिया है. वी हैव टेकन द हॉर्स ओनली टू राइड इट. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू sell it. So when we are not going to sell it, it doesn't mean that we have stolen the horse. So this is the thing that came to his mind. So now he himself was also ready to ride the horse along with Murad. So he also put his clothes, and both of them, they went with the horse, and they went through the various places, and Murad was so happy that he even started singing, he started roaring, and every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere. अब यहाँ पे आरम कहता है कि हर फैमिली में कोई ना कोई ऐसा होता है जो अलग होता है, थोड़ा क्रेजी होता है, अलग हो. And my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in our tribe. और मेरा कज़न मुराद जो है उसको भी थोड़ा क्रेजी माना जाता था, और ये माना जाता था कि वो किसके जैसा है, अंकल खोसरो. He was like Uncle Khosrow, an enormous man with powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in the Saint Joachim Valley, a man so furious in temper. So how was Uncle Khosrow? He was very ill-tempered, बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्से वाला था, so irritable, so impatient that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. And what was his pet dialogue? It's no harm, pay no attention to it. That is, there is no harm in it, just don't pay any attention towards what is happening. That was all, no matter what anybody happened to be talking about. Once it was his own son Arak running 8 blocks to the barber shop, where his father was having his mustache trimmed, to tell him their house was on fire. This man Khosrow sat up in the chair and roared, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." That is, he was such an eccentric character that even when his son came over there to tell him that their house was on fire, he said, "There is no harm, pay no attention to it." So that's why Murad was also considered to be like the uncle Khosrow. Although Murad's father was Zoram, who was practical and nothing else, that was a very practical man, and that's how it was in a tribe. A man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that didn't mean that he was also the father of his spirit. So he gives the justification कि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि कोई अब बिल्कुल ही क्वालिटीज़ में अपने फादर के जैसा हो. द पर्सन माइट बी रिजेंबलिंग फिजिकली, कोई शक्ल से मिल सकता है अपने पेरेंट्स से, पर आदतें ज़रूरी नहीं है कि पेरेंट्स के जैसी भी हो. The distribution of the various kinds of spirit of a tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. That is, from the beginning, the distribution of the various spirits. That is, the people, all of them, they were mostly different from each other. Now, so Murad was riding the horse, he was also singing, and so now after he found that Murad is continuously riding the horse, he told that you get down, now I'll ride the horse. That is up to, and will you let me ride alone? That is up to the horse, my cousin said, get down. The horse will let me ride. तो मुराद ने बोला कि तुम अकेले राइड कर लोगे हॉर्स पे, तो उसने कहा कि हाँ मैं कर लूँगा. And why I shouldn't be riding the horse all alone? And what Aram said? Well, I said, any way you have with a horse, I have also. That is, you may be knowing to ride the horses, then I also know how to ride them. Then he went over the horse. I got down and my cousin Murad kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, Wazir, run. The horse stood on its hind legs, snorted, and burst into a fury of speed. That was the loveliest thing I had ever seen. My cousin Murad raced the horse across a field of dry grass to an irrigation ditch, crossed the ditch on the horse, and 5 minutes later returned dripping wet. And now Murad was already riding the horse since such a lot of time. So now he got down on the horse, and now Aram took over the horse. And he tried to make that horse run, but the horse didn't move. He kicked into his muscles, and then as he kicked into the muscle, he once again he reared and snorted, and he began to run. The same places, the ditch, the vineyard, the horse was running. But what happened? As it was running so quickly, Aram couldn't control it, and Aram fell down from the horse, and the horse kept on running. And Murad came over there, and he was not worried about Aram, he was worried about the horse. That's why he shouted, "Then I'm not worried about you, we have got to get that horse. You go this way, and I'll go this way. If you come upon him, be kindly, I'll be near." That is, they wanted to search the horse. They didn't want that the horse should be lost. And after half an hour, they could find the horse and brought him back. And then by that the day had already dawned, and that's why Murad said that now I will keep it into the hiding, because openly they couldn't ride the horse because it was someone else's horse. So they wanted to hide that horse. Then Aram asked that where will we hide him? I know a place. Now, till now, Aram was just thinking that Murad had stolen the horse maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, but now he was convinced. अब उसको पक्का हो गया था कि बहुत दिनों से इसने घोड़ा ले रखा है और बहुत दिनों से इसको राइड कर रहा है, तो इसलिए वो डायरेक्टली पूछता है कि मुझे बताओ कितने दिन हो गए तुमने इसको चुरा करके लाए हो। तो मुराद बोला कि किसने कहा तुम्हें कि मैं चुरा के लाया हूँ? तो बोला कि नहीं नहीं, मैं सिर्फ ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि तुम कितने दिन से इसकी सवारी कर रहे हो। So he said, not until this morning. And Aram asked, are you telling the truth? Of course not. But if we were found out, that is what you are to say. कि कोई हमें इस घोड़े के साथ देख ले तो तुम्हें बस यही बोलना है कि हम आज ही इसको लेकर के आए हैं, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता कि कोई हमको झूठा बोले, हमें लायर्स बोला जाए. And then they were walking with the horse to the deserted vineyard, and that deserted vineyard was once of a farmer named Fethwin, and there were some oats and dry alfalfa for the horse to eat. And after putting that horse over there, they started going to their home. It wasn't easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. At first it wanted to run wild, but as I have told you, I have a way with the horse. I can get it to want to do anything I want it to do. Horses understand me. Now Murad said that I have the way with the horse. I am able to ride the horse properly क्योंकि मेरे को आता है. मैं घोड़ों को कैसे टैकल करना है वो सब मैं जानता हूँ, मैं समझता हूँ हर बात को. और तुम अभी बहुत छोटे हो, मैं तो 13 years का हो गया हूँ. Already I have told that Aram was 9 years old and Murad was 13 years old. So both of them, they went to their homes, and as Aram reached the home, he found Uncle Khosrow sitting over there, and he was having coffee and cigarettes. And all of a sudden a visitor came. The name of the visitor was a farmer by the name of John Barrow, an Assyrian who out of loneliness had learned to speak Armenian. That is, he didn't belong to their tribe, he was a foreigner. Assyrian था वो, Armenian उसने बोलना सीख लिया था. The mother of Aram greeted that man also to the house, and what he said, my white horse which was stolen last month is still gone. I cannot understand it. मतलब 1 महीने से उसका एक घोड़ा चोरी हो गया था और अभी तक भी उसको नहीं मिला था. और अंकल खोसराव तो एज यूजुअल जैसे उनकी आदत थी वही वाला, इट्स नो हार्म, व्हाट इज द लॉस ऑफ अ हॉर्स, हैवंट वी ऑल लॉस्ट द होमलैंड, व्हाट इज दिस क्राइंग ओवर अ हॉर्स. So this is the theory behind the dialogue which Uncle Khosrow used to say. बार बार यही बात क्यों कहते थे कि there is no harm, no need to worry about it, because they had lost their homeland also. Their country had been made slave by the foreigners. तो ये कहता था कि जब हम अपनी ज़मीन, हम अपनी मातृभूमि को ही खो चुके हैं, तो एक घोड़े के खोने पे क्या रोते हो तुम? That's not a big loss. So pay no attention to it. And he just, roaring like that, he just went away. And John Byrom was asking that the horse is gone, what should I do with the sari? Sari means जो घोड़े के ऊपर लगाते हैं बैठने के लिए, पालकी बोल सकते हैं, या फिर the seat that is put over the horse. Now rest we shall continue tomorrow.